Hi ho everybody, today we're going to be going over the Back to the Future ranking video, dude. There were 3 movies, want to know which ones are best? I'm here to tell you, bro. Don't worry, that's what I'm here for, dude. Nah, know what I mean, dude? Nah. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, the other Back to the Future videos, I will put them at the end as a playlist at the end of this video. You can check them out. So, without further ado, please stand by for a liftoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At number 3, Back to the Future 2. All of the Back to the Futures are wonderful, and I love them. I love them all. But when compared to other 2 Back to the Future, Back to the Future 2 falls into number 3. Back to the Future 2 falls into 3rd place as my least favorite. The issue with this movie is that it feels so dated with its future 2015. It's simply not even close to the depiction of the year 2015, which we passed 5 years ago at this point. For example, the internet does not even appear to exist, no one has any smartphones. Instead, they have the classic flying cars, unlimited energy resources, low-resolution holographic images, and super easy to get human augmentations. It also has a very narrow view of the world. What about spaceships, androids, space battles, and space fleets? Who is in charge of said space fleet? Can I be in charge of said space fleet? Where's the space fleet? And perhaps the most important question, why am I so obsessed with space and space fleet related employment opportunities? Never mind me, you. I'll figure it out on my own. Lastly, this movie leaves some major time paradoxes for me to complain about. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, is to have my wife complain about all my complaining. He complained about his wife complaining, that's still complaining. That's pretty funny, gringo. Even with all of its problems, I was still very impressed with the movie. Still held up good. I enjoyed it. It's great with the whole part of the series. I think it's dated with its future interpretation and stuff. And perhaps you can find it kind of cheesy and silly, because I think it has some humor to it as well. But overall, the movie's still good. It just kind of outdated in that sense. At number 2, Back to the Future 1. The original Back to the Future movie in 1985 was quite cool at the time. I remember liking it back then, and I still like it today. I also remember, however, being a bit bummed when he just went back to the 1950s. You see, growing up in the 70s and 80s, we got a large dose of those 50s. For example, my father would listen to 50s era music all the time while working on cars in the garage. Not to mention, we grew up watching reruns of those 50s shows like Leave It to Beaver and I Love Lucy. Therefore, none of it was that amazing to see. It seemed kind of blah. So the 50s setting was just not that fun for me. That being said, it is the original of the 3, and it is really clever on how they put Marty in a situation with his parents. A situation in which it is literally life or death if he can teach his father how to be a man, get a girlfriend, and to stand up for himself. This movie shows it's like really cool that Marty is able to teach his father. It's a role reversal. Now it's Marty's teaching his father how to be a man, how to pursue women, how to get a woman, how to be confident, how to not be afraid to express his dreams or to be creative. And at the end of this movie, everyone has changed for the better. And that's really cool. I like that part. At number 1, Back to the Future 3. This one takes what the other movies did and raises the scale by adding more flavor to Doc Brown. It expands Doc Brown's character by showing him as a man in love. It also shows the beauty of the Old West like I'd never seen it before. I really enjoyed this movie. The simplicity of this movie is what makes it my favorite. You'd ask 80s Scott to rank these movies. He would have said he liked 2 the most, then 1, then 3. So 3 actually for Scott, 1980s, would have been the least favorite. Now, however, I find it the best. I like the romantic theme. I like the development of the characters. I like the fact that they're in a time period where there is no technology and they have to deal with it. It's perhaps because now we live in a world where technology is everywhere. I think there's refreshingness in seeing the Western and like where life is simpler. I just like the slow feel of it and the slow feel of things, the simplicity of things. Maybe I'm alone for that myself. One for me was the funnest now. I felt like it's more complicated. I felt like they had to be really clever how are you going to get the car up to 88 miles an hour, and they had a clever solution for it and stuff like that. So I really thought it was neat. I really enjoyed this one the most now as an adult. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment at the end of this video. And also don't forget the Back to the Future videos of 1, 2, and 3 are available in the playlist. Until next time. Oh, hey. Hi, audience member. How you doing? You're still here, huh? Cool, cool, cool. Well, have you decided what video you're going to pick? Or perhaps you need to subscribe still, or like, or leave a comment. Whatever the case, I hope you enjoyed my channel.